Hello class, welcome to this session. Um, this is what we are going to say today. First we have the welcome, we have some feedback, the activities, learning forum, the social forum, some resources, and then we say goodbye. Hola a todos, esto es lo que vamos a ver hoy. Primero la bienvenida, la retroalimentación, las actividades integradoras, foro de aprendizaje, el foro social, recursos adicionales y la despedida. Remember that you can participate in this session using the chat in YouTube. Recuerden que pueden participar en la sesión con sus preguntas en el chat de YouTube. Okay, let's continue. Okay, feedback for the week 1. Thank you for sending your tasks, your homework. All of your homework, all of your tasks were good, but there were some activities that had some problems, mainly with the years and from numbers, email addresses, and also dates with the years too. Remember to read the years in this way. For example, 1900, 1800, 1978, 1999, 1978, 1999, 1900, 1800. That's the way we read years. I send you some resources in the feedback. Please check them out, and find out how do we say the years. The dates and from numbers, remember, it's not Spanish. You have to say the numbers in English. 983111669. Use English and avoid Spanish. No Spanish. Some of you did it, so you have to work on that and check the resources I gave you. Check the resources I sent you. Remember that this is the way we read the email addresses. For example, Elvis PC _ 7 at hotmail.com. Hotmail.com. At hotmail.com. You see here what I am saying. It says at, then we have dot, this dot, Elvis PC _ at hotmail.com. And when reading the dates that you were born, some of you read it or read them in Spanish. It's not Spanish, it's English. Remember, I was born on April the 20th, 1978. As I told you, this is the way we read the years 1900, 2001, 2002, 2020, 2018, and you can see here that we have two ways of saying the dates. You like the 11th or the 11th of July. All of this information that I'm saying, that I'm reading, is in your feedback. Go to check the resources I send you and find the ways of reading and saying numbers, dates, and the years. Toda esta información de cómo leer los años, las fechas y los números se los envié a aquellos que utilizaron español en lugar de inglés. Les envié esta información de cómo leer números, fechas y los años. Revisen en su retroalimentación y chequen estos recursos que les envié. Estas fueron las fallas en la primera semana 1. Hay que checar esto. Okay, so let's continue. These are the resources I send you. These are the resources I send you. You can check pronunciation of numbers or dates and yes, in these websites. These are the resources and are in your feedback. Estos son los recursos, se los envié en su retroalimentación. Léanlos, estudienlos para mejorar. Okay, after we have seen the feedback of the week 1, what you need to know, what you need to study again. Let's see. Okay, remember that you have to check the resources in the platform before you start doing your activities. Before you start with activity 3 and activity 4, check the resources and then you go to the integration tasks. Once you have checked the resources, then you can go to the integration task number 3. What are you going to do in the integration task number 3, activity 3? Be my guest. Download the document Be My Guest. answer the questions that we have in that document. But remember to use 3 different ways to answer. For example, where is the hamburger? First, we have in the kitchen, there is a hamburger on the table. Then you have, there is a hamburger between the salt and the glass in the kitchen. That is number 2. Number 3, there is a hamburger on the dish in front of the fridge. I repeat, 3 different ways of saying the answers. Question, where is the hamburger? In the kitchen. There is a hamburger on the table. Second, there is a hamburger between the salt and the glass in the kitchen. Third one, there is a hamburger on the dish in front of the fridge. As you can see, I'm using preposition of place, in front of, between, and on. 3 different ways. Remember that when we have things that are plural, for example, apples, you have to use there are. There is for singular, and there are for plural. Use prepositions of place in your sentences. You can see that is underlined is over here, in front of, between. Those are the prepositions. And as I told you, you have to use there is for singular, there are for plural. Some apples, you know, that is plural, use there are. Hamburger is singular, there is, use there is. Now we are going to see the document that you are going to fill. Recuerden descargar la actividad, utilizar there is cuando es singular de lo que van a describir, there are con lo que es plural. Y son 3 diferentes formas de responder, es decir, 3 respuestas van a dar para una pregunta. Vamos a ver la plantilla ahora. Don't forget to use the chat on YouTube. No se olviden de utilizar el chat de YouTube para preguntas y respuestas. So we have the document here. You see the pictures. You have some letters here like A, B, C, D, E, F, E, and the things, you know, in the bathroom, the kitchen, the bedroom, and the living room. When you follow the instructions, you see, after you have seen the pictures, answer the questions 3 different ways. And here you have the example that I was talking about previously. And it has a question, where is the hamburger? Question, where is the hamburger? And then you have the answer. Answer number 1, in the kitchen. There is a hamburger in the table. Answer number 2, there is a hamburger between the salt and the glass in the kitchen. As you can see, they are different. There is a hamburger on the dish in front of the fridge. Number 3. 1, 2, 3 answers. 3 different ways. 3 different ways. As you can see here, 3 different ways to answer. Where is the microwave? You're going to say, in the kitchen there is a microwave. As you can see, microwave is singular. You have to use prepositions of place in your sentences. Let's see, on the clock. And that will be the first one. You say write 3 answers. 1, 2, and then you have to answer another answer then. And then you write number 3. One, 2, and 3 answers. And 3 different ways. 3 different ways. 3 answers. Where is the microwave? First answer, then second answer, and third answer. Hay que responder en 3 formas. Entonces tienen que dar 3 enunciados. Where are the fruits? The fruits are, and then you say, next to the salt, on the table, next to the fridge. I don't know. When you can see the fruit, you write it. Write it. On the fridge, according to the picture. Todo va a ser de acuerdo con la figura y hay que utilizar las preposiciones del lugar y se va a dar 3 respuestas, no solo una. Recuerden eso. Remember that 3 answer. Where is the flour? Where are more towels? ¿Dónde está la harina? ¿Dónde hay más toallas? The toothbrushes. ¿Dónde están los cepillos? Where is the mirror? Where can I save my clothes? ¿Dónde puedes guardar tu ropa. Where is the lamp? Where can I get a book? ¿Dónde puedo obtener un libro? ¿Dónde está la lámpara? Where's the switch to turn the lights on, off? ¿Dónde está? Donde prendo y apago las luces, los apagadores. And after that you have fill in these places, in these places. After you have answered the questions, you describe the living room. You say the characteristics of the things in the living room. You describe color, size, and location. For example, I say in the living room there is a blue sofa next to the lamp, and you go describing the things that are in the living room. That's the way you are going to do this part. After that, you have to record with your own voice the sentences that you wrote in the paper. You read the answers in the questions. You paste here the link as you did in the previous tasks. Van a grabarse leyendo las respuestas, las preguntas y pegar el link para que yo lo pueda escuchar como lo hicieron en las anteriores actividades. No importa si se pasa de lo que pide 1 minuto y medio, no importa si llega a 3 minutos, ustedes graben. Lo importante es que practiquen como les había comentado anteriormente. Doesn't matter if you pass the 1:30 minutes. Record with your own voice. And send the link in order that I can listen to you. Lo importante es que ustedes graben y practiquen y peguen sus respuestas, peguen su link, yo lo pueda escuchar, donde leen cada una de las respuestas dadas en el documento. Questions so far. Preguntas hasta aquí. Utilicen el chat de YouTube. Have you got questions? Use the chat in YouTube. ¿Tienen preguntas? Utilicen el chat de YouTube. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, let's continue. Vamos a continuar. Activity 4, come to my house. Download the document Come to my house. Answer the questions in such document. Give the instructions to arrive to the places required. For example, how can I go from the bus station to the baker's? You have to give instructions to go to the places. In a minute we will go to the document and we'll see what the places are. It says, first, walk straight ahead on Queens Avenue to the north. After that, pass 3 buildings. The bookshop, which is orange, a hotel that is blue, and the newsagents that is yellow. Then turn right on Oxford Street and go along. The bakery is next to the newsagents. Remember to use first and then, after that, and finally. Those words are called sequence words. The sequence words. En esta actividad se trata de dar instrucciones para llegar a algún lugar. Los que se requieren en el documento, hay que decir vaya derecho, doble a la izquierda, doble a la derecha, enfrente de, al lado de, dar las indicaciones para llegar a algún lugar. That is what you're going to do in this activity. Eso es lo que van a hacer en esta actividad. Y esta es una de las primeras preguntas. How can I go from the bus station to the bakers? First, walk straight ahead on Queens Avenue to the north. After that, past 3 buildings. Don't forget to use sequence words. No se olviden de utilizar las palabras de secuencia. Las palabras de secuencia son estas. First, then, after that. Primero, después de eso, luego. Ok, esas que ustedes ven en negrita son las palabras de secuencia. So those that you can see here in bold are the sequence words, and you have to use them in the instructions that you are going to give to get to the directions. Okay, now we go to the document. Here it is. This is the document. This is the map. As you can see, Park Road, Prison Road, Queens Avenue, Percy Street, Trinity College Road. You can see the places like the cinema, the post office, the market, the pub, the library, the school, the church, the museum, the butcher's, bookshop, bus station, police station, the theater, the car park, petrol station, the football pitch. And then you have the instructions here and one example, the one that I use in the PowerPoint presentation. How can I go from the bus station to the bakers? Which way is the best to go from the bus station to your house? You're going to see the map here and answer the questions. From the bus station to your house. As you can see, here is your house. That is on High Street, on Kingsway, in the corner of Kingsway. What's the best way to get to the bus station? You say, okay, go on High Street, or go from Clive Street, is from the bus station to your house. You say, okay, go along Queen Street, turn right on Oxford Street, turn left on High Street. My house is next to the shopping center. Si se trata de ir de la estación del autobús hasta mi casa, que aquí se ve, vaya sobre la calle Queens Avenue, sobre la avenida Queens, doble en la derecha de Oxford Street, doble en la izquierda de High Street. Mi casa está al lado del centro comercial. My house is next to the shopping center. Eso es lo que van a hacer para dar las indicaciones en las preguntas. Your friend wants to go to the bank because he needs some money. Explain him how he can go from your house to the bank. Aquí tu amigo quiere ir al banco. Tú le tienes que dar las instrucciones para llegar al banco desde tu casa, de acuerdo con el mapa. Vaya sobre la calle tal, doble en la izquierda de la calle tal, y el banco está al lado de tal edificio. Eso van a hacer jóvenes. Eso van a hacer. After he gets the money, he wants to go to the museum. Explain him which is the way from the bank to the museum. Después de sacar el dinero o ir al banco, él quiere ir al museo, ustedes le van a decir del museo cómo llegar al banco. Lo mismo, vaya por la calle tal, doble en la calle tal y al lado de tal edificio se encuentra el museo. In the afternoon you are going out, you are eating out at a restaurant. Explain him which is the way from the museum to the restaurant. Después hay que explicar del museo al restaurante. At night he is going to meet his friends in the pub. Explain him how he can go from the restaurant to the pub. Después él está reuniéndose con unos amigos y tú también tienes que decirle cómo llegar a ese lugar. A ese pub, a ese bar, del restaurante al pub. Van a grabar sus respuestas y pegar el link aquí como lo han hecho en las anteriores actividades. You have to record your answers, the questions and your answers, and paste the link here in order that I can listen to you, in order that I can hear you. Pegan aquí el link para que yo pueda escucharles y darles una valoración. That's what you're going to do here in the activity number 4. Come to my house. I'll give you 1 minute to make questions. In YouTube, you can chat to me, ask the questions. En YouTube pueden chatear conmigo, hagan preguntas si tienen preguntas. have got questions, remember that it doesn't matter if you pass the 1 minute and 30 seconds. Doesn't matter. You continue recording, I will listen to you. No importa si se pasa de 1:30 la grabación, no se preocupen. Les vamos a escuchar, no va a pasar nada. Ustedes practiquen. What I want is that you practice. Okay, let's continue with the forum. Learning forum. In the learning forum, you are going to share with your classmates the places that are interesting in the city or the town that you live in. For example, the Maya Museum is very famous in Chetumal. Chetumal is the place where I live. The museum is in the center of the city. It's in front of a 5-star hotel. As you can see, I'm talking about a museum, the Maya Museum, and it's very famous. Where is the museum? The museum is in the center of the city. It's in front of the 5-star hotel. And also, you're going to share with the class the objects and things that you usually use in a regular day, in a typical day. The things that you use in a typical day. For example, I have in my house a black cup. In my house, there is a black cup that I always use to drink my coffee. You can see I'm talking about a black cup. How is the cup? Is black, right? I'm talking about the color. In my house there is a black cup that I always use to drink coffee. And also you have to make questions in English to your partners. For example, what are the interesting places in your city? And then you have to answer the questions that your partners make to you. En el foro de aprendizaje van a compartir lugares interesantes en su comunidad, compartir algunos de los objetos que ustedes usan regularmente en su vida cotidiana, diciendo cómo son tales objetos. Por ejemplo, aquí yo estoy diciendo que uso una taza, esa taza negra que utilizo para tomar mi café. Utilizo there is para señalarlo. Y aquí estoy diciendo dónde se encuentra ubicado el Museo de la Cultura Maya en Chetumal. ¿Ok? Está en el centro, enfrente de un hotel de 5 estrellas. Hay que hacer preguntas a sus compañeros y que estén relacionados al tema. Por ejemplo, ¿cuáles son los lugares más interesantes en tu ciudad? Don't forget to participate with respect for your classmates, with empathy, and create the knowledge. Learn from one another. Vamos a aprender unos de otros. Vamos a participar con respeto y empatía en el foro. Se trata de que ustedes construyan el conocimiento. Learning Forum, have you got questions? Esto es acerca del foro de aprendizaje. ¿Tienen preguntas? On YouTube you can chat to me. Pueden chatear conmigo en YouTube. Make your questions. Hagan sus preguntas en el chat de YouTube. Okay, if you don't have questions, I will continue. Si no hay preguntas, voy a continuar. Remember the resources I shared with you in the last week after we finished the live session. I sent you the other resources like wordreference.com. It's a website, it's a dictionary on the web. Reverso.net to correct your writing. Duolingo. Download the application. Acuérdense de los recursos que les compartí la semana pasada: el diccionario Word Reference, corrector de ortografía, la aplicación Duolingo que ustedes pueden descargar o visitar en internet. Usen el diccionario para buscar las palabras, el corrector de reverso para corregir sus escrituras. And don't forget to do the practice exercises that we have in the platform. Practice exercises. You have to do them. And I think that's all. Y eso sería todo. Dejo un minuto más para preguntas. I'll give you one more minute to make questions. Don't forget the practice exercises.